Welcome back to another reading and correcting with me, Kindar, the Tiger Writes, and Ty, the Tiger Supervisor. These are where I read a chapter from one of my stories and correct it as I go. If you want to listen to these live, it's every Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time on Twitch and YouTube. And if you are looking to support me, that is on my Patreon. Today we are doing chapter 99 of The World Which Is. The return to Louisville is odd, to me at least. I don't think the others feel the same. There's just this disconnect I can't seem to resolve. I wonder if that's what the world felt like before the system. I mean, it's still there for me. I can call up Windows, I get answers to my queries, but it doesn't feel real. I don't know how to explain it. I'd say it's like a dream, but those have been too real since Silver sleeps with me and holds me when I wake up screaming, when I cry afterward. We're attacked by monsters a few times, and the ease with which I dispatch one just adds to the disconnect. I'm not that high level. Going from 15 to 19 shouldn't feel so good, strong. It's so strange. Haven't I haven't become so good that I don't get hurt, so I get to test the recuperate spell putting points into second wind gave me. I put all the points in it to make it easier to raise my healing spell levels, since I don't gain spell points. Why would any human want to do magic if it's going to be that hard? The spell doesn't outright heal me. Doesn't outright heal me. The trek's quicker in his direction. Brandon knows the city well, so he knows in which direction it knows where it is. It knows where it is. I also get that sense, but I haven't explored enough of it to get more than it's a somewhere over there kind of sense when I think of it. If I think of court, it's there. I could close my eyes and I ended up there following that sense. And I could close my eyes and I'd end up there and I'd reach it. I'd reach it following that sense. The plan for Louisville is to restock, spend the night sleeping in a proper bed, and then heading towards Kansas City. The plan doesn't survive us arriving there. Well, me arriving there. We enter Sam's Inn. I take in the people there, the fact that I actually made it here, survived to make it back, survived Alexander Pope. I killed him. What happened? I still felt tired, but I don't remember going to bed. You passed out, Ellen said. It doesn't hit me, but trickles in. Everything that's happened, and getting out of bed no longer feels appealing. I force myself to sit. Don't worry, she said. We all need a break, and we no longer have to rush. Right. Xander's no longer Xander's not hounding me, with me having killed him. I turn on my side and curl into a ball. You should eat, Sam says, placing a plate on the side table. This food smells good, but I'm not hungry, I say in the pillow I'm clutching, as if it can keep me from drowning in this emptiness. He places a large hand on my shoulder, but the squeeze is gentle. You should still eat. You need your strength. The hand moves away and I grab it. Stay, please. The idea of being alone with this emptiness scares me. He lies on the bed next to me, places a thick arm over me. I realize I'm naked, that he's not, and I don't care. I'm not looking for sex, just a reminder that there's someone else there, that the world isn't empty. I'm here, he whispers, tightening his hold. You're safe. I cry. Because for the first time since what I did, I believe that's true. How are you feeling? Sam asks when I step to the counter. He offers me a cup of coffee. I give him a dismissive shrug, then force myself to answer it. I don't know. I stare into the cup. Its blackness matches the emptiness in me. He squeezes my arm. It's going to pass. How do you know? Maybe there's a hint of hope in my voice? His chuckle is gentle. You aren't the only one to have suffered from depression, Dennis. You? I ask, stunned. He's always so happy. Yeah, me, Brandon. Pretty much anyone in the inn who's had to deal with life has suffered from it at one point. The world's rough, Dennis. That takes its toll, especially on people like you, brave enough to venture out there and confront the monsters. I snort. I'm not that brave. He puts a finger under my chin and forces me to look him in those large, deep brown eyes. You are brave. This doesn't invalidate that. You face what's out there. You face the people that hunted you down. The guy who put the price on your head. Most people I know would have given him what he wanted instead of telling him to fuck off. He chuckled. I chuckled. I was just pissed. Believe it or not, that's a form of bravery. That's taking fear and telling it to fuck off. I chuckle again, and he smiles. Somehow his eyes seem brighter. See, it's passing already. Sure it is, I say, smiling, and enjoy my coffee. The feeling lasts until I step outside, then everything feels gray again. But I push through and head to a marketplace. I probably need some things, but I just want to be where life's happening. Try to absorb some to fill the darkness. People move about, talking, selling, and buying, stealing. I watch as a thief's hand vanishes into someone's back, returning holding something I can't make out. Pisses me off. It pisses me off. Why isn't anyone doing anything about it? But I'm the only one who noticed, and the thief's already lost himself in the crowd. I should chase him. For him to return, force him to return it. Make him pay. Who'd miss someone like that anyway? Next time I catch someone stealing, they're going to regret it. I walk out of the marketplace and consider my options. Where am I likely to find criminals? Where are the bad parts of the city? There always have some. Places where criminals go to hide. Who can I ask to guide me there? Hey, Dennis! Brendan's heading in my direction at a fast walk. He definitely know. Since you're up and about, he says before I can, I figured we should sit down and figure out what we're doing. You okay? Listening to him, having to figure out what he's suggesting me means makes having to figure out what he's suggesting means makes me realize I'm hold I'm holding onto my anger, stoking it. As soon as I stop thinking about that thief, about others hurting people just to get something from them, the length I was willing to go to just to feel something hits me. Not really? You want to talk about it? I shrug. It's depression. I don't know what there is. I don't know that there's anything to talk about. He searches my face, then nods. The best option to reach Kansas City, Brendan says, unfolding a map on the table, is to take West Trade Route. It's hand-drawn, but has a lot of routes and notes in the form of symbols. He traces a line with a finger. It's not the shortest or the fastest, but as a trade route is the one with the lowest wilderness rating, I figure we can do with some easy travel for a while. He taps a point marked as St. Louis. That city is about 3 weeks' walk away, but Bloomfield and Effingham are decent-sized towns. There'll be villages along the way too. From there, we go to Springfield. It's another 3 weeks or so. Then it's Tulsa, and after that, Kansas City. It's about 3 weeks between city. And then ask, studying the route. Brendan nods. Should we find a caravan to travel with? It would cost, but we can get a wagon to ride and... Can we not? I ask. The idea of being around other people doesn't appeal to me. I can't shake the feeling they're going to cause trouble, and I really don't want that. I think it would be good for you to be around people, Dennis, she says. I expect Brandon to comment, and when he doesn't, I have to say something. All I have to go on is what happened to the market. I don't think I'm in a good place to deal with trouble if it happened. There's going to be guards dealing with that. She looked at Brandon, who shrugs. You can take one if you and wait for us in St. Louis, I offers. No, I'm not. I'm going to stick with you. The look she gives her brother makes it clear why, after everything, she still doesn't trust him not to cause trouble himself. Excuse me, an orc woman says. Um, okay, I need to change that because this uh, makes it sound like she doesn't know who they are. Therefore, like it's sort of a yeah. Okay. There we go. That okay. Excuse me, an orc woman says. I don't know if you remember, but Al? Silver says. It takes me a second to place the name and the woman. Um, uh, she pointed us toward the dungeon. I tell Brandon, and his expression shifts to worry for some reason. I wanted to ask about the dungeon actually. Was anything off about it? Off how? I try to remember details, but I'm mainly left with the sense of being overwhelmed by what we had to confront. Like it being easier than you thought? Definitely not. A lot of the times I didn't know if we'd make it out. Why? Team came back from it last week and it's dead. Dungeons can die? Silver asked. Apparently. I think you're the last ones to go. You're the last one to go to go in before them, so I thought I'd check if it was already dying. If it was dying, I don't want to think what it was like before. Did you tell them about Dennis? What? Oh, oh, Dennis is going in? Brennan asks her. No, I heard about I heard about it because I wasn't in that part of town and remembered him asking about it. But I wanted to make sure you had gone in first. All right, let's try this. Did you tell them about Dennis going in? Brandon asks. Brandon asks her. No, I heard about it because I was in that part of the city and remembered him asking about it. I figured they'd want to ask you questions, but I wanted to make sure you had gone in first. They're the experts, so they'll be able to tell from your answers when it might have started. Okay, well, you know where we are, I tell her, and she leaves. I guess we're staying a bit longer. No, Brendan says, watching her exit the inn. We need to leave right now. Brandon, Ellen says, glaring at him. What did you do? Nothing, he replies without making the tone flippant, as I expect. I was restrained against a wall the entire time you were in there. I'll explain once we're out of the city. Trust me, Dennis, you don't want to be here when she brings them. The urgency in his tone pierces through the emptiness I feel, and I stand. We'll resupply the first town. Having something to do makes it easier to ignore the little I feel. Go get your things. Brandon finally calls an end to our forced walk when there's hardly any light by which to make camp. He has us set it among the trees, and I'm annoyed. I really thought I was done with that now that I'm not being hunted anymore. You'd better have one fucking good explanation, Ellen says, as she passes around hard bread and dried fruit and vegetables. I'm the only one who hasn't resupplied, on account of being in bed all those days. You three killed the dungeon. Get off it, Bran. I'm serious. The thing you handed the old man, that was its core, its heart, its life force, whatever you want to call it. It's what kept it alive. No, you're wrong, I say, my insides twisted. I wish. When did you know? Silver asked, growing pale. When you described it. And you let us kill it? Ellen snapped. You selfish bastard. You only think about your... I wasn't in a state to tell you, he replies in a flat tone. And believe it or not, I tried to stop you because I didn't think you'd survive. With all due respect, Dennis, you weren't a hardened adventurer. You had no idea what you were getting into. I nod. The dungeon we went in as a group hadn't prepared me for that one. Look, if it makes it easier, remember that it's just a thing. You said we killed it, Ellen snaps. Yes, the same way you kill a car if you rip out its power stone. It's just a machine. The people of of Louisville depended on. I say, my tone as empty as my insides. No, one that helped. They can buy anything the people going in found. It just means they'll have to spend money instead of lives. Silver's silent, hunched in on herself. Ellen's pissed, and Brandon's watching us. What is done is done, I say, exhaustion weighing me down. You should have told me as soon as we rescued you, Brandon. They had a right to know what I did. I turn my back to him and crawl into my tent. And that concludes chapter 99 of The World Which Is. If you are enjoying this, please leave a like. If you want to know when the next chapter will be up, subscribe and hit the bell. If you want to read this story, it's up on Royal Road. And if you want to read ahead of that, about, I don't know, 10 chapters, I think, that is on that is on my Patreon. And if you want to listen to these live, it's every Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time on Twitch and YouTube. Links are in the notes, and with that, I shall wish you a good day.